Actions to contain the huge fire burning for some days now in the eastern part of the country is advancing relentlessly. Forest rangers and firefighters of eastern Santiago de Cuba province, the Air Force, and agricultural aviation are working together to contain the fire. It has already consumed about 4,000 hectares. Our collaborator Jordanis Rodriguez Laurencio has more details.
In eastern Cuba, intense efforts are being made to extinguish the forest fire that has been raging for several days in an area called the Pine Woods of Mayarí. Provincial authorities from Holguín and Santiago de Cuba have toured the area to assess the situation on the ground. The fire is being fought under the most difficult circumstances due to the characteristics of the terrain, a prolonged drought and strong winds. However, the situation is gradually being brought under control. On Thursday, air and ground operations were stepped up.
A great job has been done with the help of people from Holguín and Santiago de Cuba. Important measures have been implemented. Still, there's no rain and the fire spreads from one field to the next. We have joint efforts with people in Santiago to prevent the fire from crossing over to that province. It hasn't been easy. All our civil defense officers are in the field actively trying to quell each one fire outbreak. Today we have here more than 1,700 people from different organizations working together with the Forest Rangers Corps, the Ministry of the Interior, and the Army in a great brotherhood to contain the fire. These forests have been greatly damaged, but we must recover as much wood as possible and replant all of the affected areas. As the Cuban president said, it has been a great joint effort.
To date, more than 211 kilometers of tracks have been made to contain the fire, 119 of them with bulldozer machines and 92 manually. Meanwhile, the specialists of the Cuban Agency of Science, Technology and Environment in the area are studying the impact on the ecosystems and making proposals for a gradual recovery.
We have helped in preventing the fire from spreading over to our province because it would have a very devastating impact. So far, we have been successful at it. The work done has helped in slowing down its spread. But the winds do not help. It's been the result of strong cooperation.
On his part, Ernesto Santisteban Velázquez, first secretary of the party in Holguín, noted that the country's leadership has been on top of the situation, concerned about the safety of the people living in the area and acknowledging the men and women directly involved in extinguishing this fire.
The country's top leaders have been constantly asking for updates. They have been requesting information on the number of people involved in this effort, what they are doing, what progress has been made. And we have conveyed to the troops the respect and acknowledgement of the country's top authorities.
A plan has already been drawn for the recovery of all the burned forest area, and it will be gradually executed over a 3-year period. According to preliminary data, 4,032 hectares and more than 50,000 cubic meters of timber have been damaged to this date.
Camarógrafo Eddie de la Pera y Jordanis Rodríguez Laurencio, teleSUR, Holguín, Cuba.